as we are waiting gracefully for a reptile backstory, the leaks, at least the actual credible leaks that were kind of like on Amazon International not too long ago, have been pretty much accurate. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Katana, Melina, Smoke, Reptile, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Kano, Kenshi, Li Mei, Tanya, Garrus, Baraka, Natara, Rain, Ashura, Reiko, Havoc, Sindel, Shao, and Shang Tsung. With cameos being Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kung Lao, Kitana, Melina, Reptile, Sonya Blade, Kano, Serena, Jade, Jax, Striker, Sector, Cyrax, Goro, and Motaro. Have a lot of other stuff going on in descriptions in terms of like the actual stages, the bases of DLC. I think this is probably the actual release we are getting. I believe, I'm not too sure. I know a lot of people are asking for Jade to be on the official roster, so that's gonna be pretty crazy. If it does happen or if it doesn't happen, maybe they'll make some last second changes, but all in all, I think this is pretty much accurate of what we're getting, at least coming lunchtime. Of course, we were waiting for that reptile backstory, but we did get the backstories on both Ashura and Havoc, which talks about just them being sworn to take down his oppressive regime and free his people. With these backstories, it gives us a lot more detail because these characters haven't been seen in a long while, so it helps out people just refresh. It also helps out with everything else. So they do have some backstories on Havoc and Ashura right now. We're hoping for a full-on reptile background, in which I will be breaking that down, so make sure you subscribe so we can talk about it, have some insights, especially if you haven't seen Reptile in his early days. Like, we're really gonna break down everything with the reptile and the reptilian man himself, so make sure that you're just staying on board with us on that. Also, we got two more things here that we want to discuss, right? We got the actual Mk1 beta, which is coming August 18th to 21st. The beta coming around gives us that stress test extension, which I'm sure not a lot of people are a huge favor of. I actually have people coming to my live stream every day that are talking to me in terms of, we don't even know you're gonna get the DLC come early release time. So that has been somewhat of a configuration and a discussion that we had been having. I heard that Homelander is gonna be later, because if you get this premium edition, you obviously get the beta, which is only on console, and it's known to not be cross-play right now. And what's crazy is that the beta, being their stress test extension, it just offers like Li Mei, Johnny Cage, and I believe Frost as a cameo, which stress test was being shown already throughout all the leaks at EVO 2023, so it's not going to be like a huge surprise from what we see. And then also in the actual beta leaks and rumors, there has known to been faster dash movement, so that's actually a really great thing coming around. What I really want to discuss too is that early release 5 days, which I just talked about, where we're not too sure if we're getting all the DLC, or at least not Homelander. Homelander is known to be further away. I haven't really found anything on full confirmation on that. All it says on the official website is that you do get a week early access, which means we get to play September 14th and everybody else plays September 19th if you just get the standard, or if you just wait on actual launch day to buy the game. Either way, I still feel it is worth it, just due to having 5 days ahead of time to actually play this game. Having 5 days ahead of time to actually play the game helps you out in a competitive curve, helps you out just being able to test out what you do like, what you don't like, and if you're all, and it sets the tone, right? It allows for you to understand if you're gonna like MK1 at all, because I know like sometimes like some people didn't like MK11 at launch, and no matter what happened, how soon they played it, the testing, like some people just did not like it, and that sets a huge tone, right? Like when games launch these days, it sets a huge tone. Battlefield was a huge game that set the tone. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, this 2023 release, set a huge tone that if you mess up on your launches, it becomes very, very hard to win your audience back. So this is pretty cool with beta coming around next week. I know we have a combat cast this week, and then we also have Gamescom coming around August 23rd to the 27th. And then we have the early release. So there's a lot of things coming around back to back. We don't know if there's gonna be announcements, trailers, or any more. But what I do know is that this leak seems very accurate. As of now, it's been pretty much correct. So I think that these are characters that we should be looking into, and it's something that I'm excited for, man. So y'all gotta let me know what you're excited for, what you want really to come through. And Jade is a huge one on Twitter right now, where like they don't want her just cameo, they want the girls together as primary roster, base roster. But y'all gotta let me know, who do you think is going to like kind of just shock us with something? Maybe extra DLC characters, whether it's horror characters, guest characters, or we're gonna get to play with all the guest characters in DLC like immediately in that early access. Just shoot me some takes, man. I'm always open for discussion. This has been so cool this whole launch, so I appreciate y'all. All right, man, peace.